What's up, people? Just doing a quick video on a knife I just picked up. It is the Model 5 prototype from Elliot at Ferrum Forge. The model run, I believe, is, I think he named it the Spectre. So I guess I'll just start off with the specs. It is about 7 5/8 inches overall length. Blade length is just a hair over 3 1/4, and that's from, tip to the handle right about there. It might be something. I think it was like something like 3 5/16 or something like that that I measured it out to, but I could be off. I probably am. But anyway, this one has Elmax blade steel. I know the actual model run will have S125V. It's a full titanium frame lock with the steel lock bar insert. And I don't know if I can get you to kind of see it up here. It has a over travel stop integrated into the lock insert. Milled pocket clip. The titanium on here is actually a little bit like a light anodized bronze, but my lighting is terrible, so you won't be able to tell that. But you can kind of see the contrast between the blade and the handle material. This one has a bronze or a brass onlay that he did something to kind of give it a coppery and brass mixed look right there. I like it. And to be quite honest, the onlay was the first. I wasn't really sure about onlays at all, but I ended up really liking it. So thickness wise, I'm not sure. I didn't really measure that out, but for a size comparison, here it is next to a large Sebenza. And this is the prototype, so it is a bit beefier than the actual model run will be. I think he said like 145 thou thick tie on the actual model run. So this is probably closer to what the actual model run will be, I believe. As far as length goes, just overall size, it is a good bit, smaller than a large Sebenza. It's bigger than a small Sebenza. So somewhere in the middle. And if you guys have a Pretium, which I have one sitting around here somewhere else, it is, a decent bit smaller than the Pretium. So, so far this is really, initial impressions. I have carried it. I haven't really, used it enough to give, a totally fair assessment on it, but every knife I've gotten from Elliot, as far as use comes, they all perform very well. Overall fit and finish on this is excellent. I mean, there's no play whatsoever. I can't even force any kind of movement whatsoever in the lockup. The flipping action is, standard. I mean, basically, if you're buying a knife from Elliot, it's going to flip good. No wrist. Centering is spot on, if you can kind of see it there. And overall, I think this is one of his best designs so far. It's just kind of like the perfect, I want to say EDC knife, but really just a nice pocketable, easy to carry knife. I don't really have an EDC knife because I rotate my knives on a day-to-day basis. Whatever I feel like carrying, I carry. But it's just a great size. For being a smaller knife, it fits my hand very well. I can get a full grip on it. My hands aren't, full 4-finger grip on it, and it's just a great size, and it's super comfortable. The ergonomics, and what I was going to allude to earlier is I wasn't huge on the onlay. I just really have never liked onlays so much, but this kind of changed my mind a little bit. It definitely doesn't affect any bit of the comfort of this knife. I mean, this thing just melts in my hand. It doesn't have any jimping, but like I said, the ergonomics are so good. It's not coming out of my hand unless I want it to. It's also comfortable with the, with your hand choked up in the choil, but with a knife this small, I'm probably not going to use that choil that much. It does have a milled pocket clip. It has good tension. The only thing that I can complain about this knife at all is the lock bar tension is pretty freaking tight. It'll get to your fingers a little bit. I typically disengage it with my index finger, but on the model runs it will not be like that. It's a prototype, and they might have something here or there. They're obviously doing this to mock up what they actually want to do and get all the bugs out. So that's the only complaint I have about this knife. It did come, I don't know if I said this already, but it did come razor sharp, or shaving sharp. I can shave, you know, could shave hair off my arm, but I'm not going to do it on camera because I already have enough bald spots on there that I look ridiculous. So it does have like a little, you know, lack of a better word, fuller or something in the blade. I don't know if that's going to be there in the actual model run or not. You know, he did a little like dimpling in it. It looks pretty cool. But overall, I'm super happy with this. Definitely my favorite of the model runs that I've handled from Elliott yet, which would be, you know, the Pretium, the Deuce, and this one. I haven't had the chance to try out a BAK yet, but I will shortly, and I'll let you know. But this design is a great design in my opinion. So that's about it, guys. I definitely think it's a winner, so I would check this one out. I'm even thinking about maybe jumping into the model, you know, get one of the model runs, trying to at least, just to see how it is in the thinner, you know, a little bit thinner. But I'm not gonna lie, I really do like this little kind of like chunk. It's not really chunky, but it just feels great in the hand, to be honest. But that's it, guys, and I'll talk to y'all later.